Hey guys, it's me, Hackless. Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm starting a new series called Client Fact Check, where we'll be looking and checking out Minecraft clients and reviewing them, if they're really the best clients as they usually say on their website. I got this idea from KiLAB Gaming, so shout out to my guy, he's a really good YouTuber. You should definitely check him out, his channel will be in the description of this video. Today, I'll be checking out the Prestige client, specifically its injectable variant. The things I'll be considering are how does the website look, and if it says the truth, how good the client looks, how many features it has, how good the client performs, if the client is well optimized, how good it is when it comes to screen share capabilities, and at the end, I will give you the final answer on how good the client really is. First off, I'll look into their website. They follow a really modern looking design, their color scheme is purple, and the whole website has nice animations and helpful navigation buttons. Personally, I might change the font a bit, because to me it seems pretty sharp and doesn't fit the design really well. Sometimes there's too much going on when it comes to the amount of text. The part with all the videos have too many videos on one spot, which gives me headache because my brain can't look at more videos at once. And their copyright is old, it's at the bottom and it still says 2024, which is a small detail, but it's not that hard to fix. Overall, I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. After injecting, the client looks pretty okay. It has a nice looking theme, which matches the site. It also has options where you can change the color of the GUI and HUD, and it has a config tab with public configs included, but I think the features are too close to each other, not well organized or highlighted with an icon. It's hard to scroll sometimes, and I always need to pause my game when I want to change some settings. There's not much more into the GUI. It looks pretty okay for a modern client as of right now, so I'm gonna rate it a solid 6 out of 10. Prestige Injectable has not that many features since it's supposed to be more of a legit version of the client, so it only has PvP related features you'd expect, including aimbot, anchor aura, auto crystal, auto totem, auto clicker, and so on. More about the specific features later. For an injectable client, I think it has enough features, but I always liked when the client has a big selection of features, and I hope they'll add more in the future. I think it lacks in visual features, where they could add ESP for more stuff, more options for the ESP, more combat modules, and more options for already existing combat features. So I would rate Prestige Injectable a nice 7 out of 10. When it comes to performance, it lacks. And when I say it lacks a lot. All the modules feel unnatural, sometimes buggy, or just don't work as they should. The aimbot is pretty simple and works as good as in other clients, maybe even free clients. But I don't use aimbot pretty often, so for you it might be better. I usually use the trigger bot or auto clicker. It's okay, I mean, every single client has trigger bot and auto clicker these days, so it's not something you won't see in other clients. Crystal Aura feels pretty slow and buggy. It places crystals all over the place whenever it's active. It doesn't wait for the enemy to be in the air like in other clients. And for a new player it might work well, but for some more experienced players it feels unnecessarily slow. And if you're using keyboard placement, this module will be probably useless. Auto Totem is probably the worst module in this whole client, to be pretty honest. It doesn't feel natural. It's either too slow or too fast. The disable slot keybind just allows you to swap things out even though it shouldn't. And if it's set to lower number, you can accidentally swap your sword with anchors or crystals, maybe sword, which you can see in this clip. And it might cost you your life. The Anchor Aura is pretty fast and can wipe your enemy in no time, but also clears your totems and pops you. So it's more about who rekits faster or just who has more totems. If you set it to higher numbers, it becomes really slow or average, but still it won't place blocks in front of you, so you will just die or you will just pop your own totem. as well as your enemy's totem. If you're looking for a client that will be able to put you on the crystal tier list, this client is a no-go, to be honest. As of right now, of course. Maybe axe and sword might be possible, but as I said earlier, the modules are pretty standard overall, and I rate the modules quality a 3 out of 10. But what about the optimization of the client? I haven't noticed any FPS issues when I was injected. I didn't use the visual options too much, but when I used them, I dropped about 10 to 50 FPS max, so nothing crucial since I have 1000 FPS. It might cause lag when there are more players or more effects, if there are too many options enabled, but that is standard for all clients, to be honest, since it's rendering more stuff. I think the client is well optimized, so I would give it a solid 10 out of 10. This version of the client has two options you can select, either a .exe or a .jar option, which you can download on their site. The jar option has more screen share capabilities, so I would definitely go for that option in any way. You only need to install Java, which I think is normal thing to do since you're playing Minecraft Java. My friend tried to screen share me with AnyDesk and he didn't find anything. The client is good in hiding itself, but I would be definitely careful when it comes to other screen share tools. So for this section, I will definitely give this client a 9 out of 10. So we're at the last point where I have to decide the final rating of the client. It was definitely a nice experience, I've had a lot of fun with it, but unfortunately there was a lot of things I would improve. The modules are not polished enough to outstand in competitive, especially against better players. So my final overall rating of Prestige Client Injectable is a 6.7 out of 10. Well, that's all for this video. I hope it helped you decide if you should or shouldn't buy this client and gave you an honest opinion. I've worked hard on this video, this is probably my biggest project on this channel, and I would appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. It also gives me motivation to make more of these. It would mean a lot if you like this video, as it also helps me out deciding if I should make another part from this series. So thanks for watching, and I hope I'll see you later. Peace.